comes Almirola. Crash into the wall. I think it's Stenhouse. It might be Blaney.
You know, I wore this shirt today just because the last time we were at Talladega, I was there, and Blaney won it by a nose. 7/1000ths to the second. Well, the exact same thing happened here today at Talladega. Oh, my goodness. What a race, Talladega. They changed the package after what happened last time at Daytona with the Newman injury, and, man, it still produced some great racing and another chaotic finish. Only Ryan Blaney knows how to win in the most chaotic, fancy ways. His first win, he had to hold off Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. His second one was the Roval crazy finish where Truex and Johnson took each other out. And then in the fall at Talladega, I was there for that, just want to remind you, Blaney wins it by that much. And then once again, he wins it by that much after wrecking a couple guys. Man, Blaney has had some pretty terrible luck this year, if you did not know. Led laps at Bristol, wrecked out of that. Led some laps at Martinsville, did not win that. Leading late at Vegas, caution comes out. Great car at Auto Club, blows a tire. He and Chase Elliott have both had some terrible luck. Terrible luck. But this time, Ryan Blaney finally takes advantage, just like Chase Elliott did a couple weeks ago. But, oh my goodness, a green-white checker finish. It was chaotic. Even coming up to before the green-white checker, there was a chance that people were going to run out of fuel and wreck the field. So basically, we had been pretty clean all day. The only incident was a Chase Elliott wreck. Other than that, no big incidents, no major crashes until the last lap. And what happened was guys were short on fuel. Everyone pitted with about 46 to go. Some guys were 4 laps short. Some guys were half a lap short. Some guys could make it. We really did not know who was going to take advantage and win this race. We knew Johnson was close. We knew Bowman was close. Almirola, Blaney, I think they were all close. But then there were guys like Bubba Wallace who were 4 laps short, and with 5 to go, or maybe even less than that, Jimmy Johnson is on the outside going up to the leader. There had been some shuffling. Some guys had lost position. They were saving fuel at the last second. Jimmy was making a move to the outside. I can't remember who the leader was, but basically between Johnson and Stenhouse, there was a small gap. Harvick, really nowhere else to go. I might make a separate video about this, but Harvick really had nowhere else to go. He kind of forced himself into that gap. Johnson came down a little bit, and Johnson ended up spinning out, causing a caution. Some guys pitted for fuel. Other guys stayed out. Harvick was one of those guys. Harvick and Buescher got a huge jump on the restart. Those two were way ahead of the field as the outside line did not get going. But yeah, those two were out front. Then out of nowhere, Blaney takes the lead. There's a crash on the backstretch going on. Blaney's in the lead. And then Jones out of nowhere, he had to pit because he was out of fuel with about 5 to go. He comes out of nowhere. He's going for the lead. Blaney tries to force him up the track so he can't side draft. And I don't think Blaney knew that John Hunter Nemechek was to the outside of Jones there. And Blaney just, he wrecked him. He basically wrecked him. But I don't think Blaney's that kind of driver. I don't think he knew that John Hunter Nemechek was up there above Jones. I think he was just trying to force Jones up the track to break that side draft. And then it turns out John Hunter Nemechek was there. But John Hunter Nemechek and Jones still got good finishes. But oh my gosh, what a race. And then Blaney won by that much. He beat Stenhouse by that much. I genuinely did not know who won that race. I was like, oh my God, if Stenhouse just won that. And Blaney ends up winning it anyways. But Ryan Blaney finally gets his first win in 2020. We had great racing once again, as I was saying earlier. 3 wide throughout the pack. Heck, it even got to 4 wide. Different leaders all day. I think this was the most lead changes since the 2011 race at Talladega. Back when we had tandem drafting. Man, what else happened in this race? As I said, multiple leaders. I think Blaney led most of them. He led 50, 60 laps. Penske dominated the day. As I said, Blaney led 50, 60 laps. Logano led 20 or 30 laps. Keselowski led a few laps. And Matt DiBenedetto was up there most of the day. But, yeah, a crazy race. Rain. Oh, God. We somehow got a full race in. I really don't know how. But it was looking ugly. It was looking like we weren't going to get the race in yesterday, and then it was looking like we weren't going to get it in today, maybe even not tomorrow. And then out of nowhere, the rain just disappeared. Rain went away, we got the full race in today. At one point, it seemed like we were going to race to the halfway point because that's when the race is official. And then we got the full race. And it was a great one. Great racing. There weren't a ton of wrecks, as we said, which is what Talladega is known for. So, honestly, yeah, that's a good thing because, it saves cars. I know people are big on Talladega, Daytona. They want to see wrecks. They want to see chaos. But it was a really good race overall, I think. Blaney finally gets a win in 2020, as I said. Man, he only wins in the weirdest ways. And another photo finish win for him. He only knows how to win in weird fashion. Almost identical to his win in the fall, except he was on the outside this time, and it was Ricky Stenhouse Jr., not Ryan Newman. But still, incredible finish. The same amount of time, 7 1,000ths of a second. What else? I don't know. 7 1,000ths of a second. He was in the 12 car. The 2 car ran the Dent Wizard this weekend. Now, I was talking about this a couple weeks ago when the 2 car ran the PPG. The PPG looked better on the 2 car, but the Dent Wizard looks better on the 12 car. I don't know why my brain thinks that, but it does. But, yeah, as you can see here, Dent Wizard on the 12. It was on the 2 this week. But, yeah, what a race, honestly. Fans were back at the track. When they were talking to Blaney after the race, you could hear people screaming. Oh, my gosh. That was just a great race. I really don't know what else to say. Let's go through the finishing results. Ryan Blaney with his first victory of 2020, trying to get some playoff points. He's had a great year so far. Finally gets a win. Gets his second career Talladega win. And he has won 2 Talladega races by a combined 14 1,000ths of a second. That is how much it takes to win 2 Talladega races, apparently. But good job, Ryan Blaney. Really good guy. Really like him. He's a great guy. Great driver. Locks himself into the playoffs. 5 playoff points. You guys know the whole thing. Oh, man. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finished the second. I think he needed that one to get into the playoffs. He's still got Daytona coming up before the playoffs. But, man, he was close. He had a great car all day. Led some laps. Was up front most of the day. Really good day for that team, that JTG car. We know Stenhouse, an aggressive driver, especially on these super speedways. These are his best tracks. His 2 wins coming at Talladega, Daytona. Won the Daytona 500 pole this year. He's really good at these super speedway races, and he showed it again today. Was up front most of the day, runner-up finish. Eric Almirola, I don't know where he came from, but he was wrecking across the finish line and finished 3rd. 4th, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, he's been doing great in these past few super speedway races. Daytona 500, he's won the last 2 Daytona 500s. Finished 3rd, I think, last fall at Talladega. And then 4th place finish here at Talladega. And I think that's funny. I think that was the top 4 last time, with the exception of Stenhouse in the fall. If you flip Stenhouse and Newman, it's the same top 4. 5th, Eric Jones crashed on that last lap. Ends up finishing 5th. He pitted, and then he came back, and I thought he was done for. But he comes back. He's about to win the thing, and then Blaney says, boop, and wrecks him. 6th, Chris Buescher. We talked about him. He was runner-up on that last restart. I was like, oh, man, if he wins, that would be crazy. But ends up with a 6th place finish. 7th place, Alex Bowman. He was up and down all day. 8th place, John Hunter Nemechek. He was, oh, boy. Could you imagine if Jones and Blaney took each other out and John Hunter Nemechek won? Oh, my goodness. That would have been crazy. Today was a good day for the rookies. John Hunter Nemechek with a top 10. Tyler Reddick led, I think, 20 or so laps. Won the stage. Really good day for the rookies today. 9th, Kurt Busch. 10th, Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick led late on that last restart. Ends up finishing 10th. William Byron, 11th. 12th, Ty Dillon. Also, I forgot to mention Stenhouse won stage 2. Is it too late to mention that? Darn. 12th, Ty Dillon. 13th, Jimmy Johnson. Got spun out late there. I'm sure he's not thrilled. 14th, Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, of course, big in the news over the past 24 hours as it was released earlier today, or yesterday, it was yesterday that it was released that someone put a noose in Bubba Wallace's team garage. I don't know what else to say other than that was disgusting. Whoever did that needs to be banned from NASCAR. They need to be punished by the law. There's no other way to say it than it's disgusting. I mean, yeah, people disagree with him, but to put a noose in the dude's garage, that's disgusting. Terrible. You're a terrible human being for doing that. I hope they catch them. I hope they get publicly shamed, punished, whatever. I just don't know what else to say other than it's terrible. But yeah, Bubba Wallace with an emotional weekend, I'm sure. We saw before the race, of course, all the drivers and teams went out, helped push that car, walked, rallied behind Bubba Wallace. He's had a tough couple weeks. He's been a big voice for NASCAR the past couple of weeks. But yeah, as I said, just terrible whoever did that. You're a terrible person. Bubba Wallace, man, I love that dude. He needs love right now. Everyone send that guy love. He needs all of it. So, Bubba Wallace, we love you. We love you. I know it's Rona season, but air hug. Air hug for Bubba Wallace. 15th, Ryan Preece. 16th, Corey LaJoie. 17th, Joey Logano. 18th, Michael McDowell. 19th, Brad Keselowski. 20th, Tyler Reddick. 21st, Brendan Gaughan. 22nd, Cole Custer. 23rd, Ryan Newman. 24th, Martin Truex Jr. 25th, Clint Boyer. 26th, Matt DiBenedetto. 27th, Quinn Houff. 28th, Daniel Suarez. 29th, Christopher Bell. 30th, Greg Gaulding. 31st, BJ McLeod. 32nd, Kyle Busch had a tire going down and had to pit, ended up going a lap down. 33rd, Timmy Hill. That was my race pick. That was unfortunate that he did not take advantage of any of the big wrecks because there were not any big wrecks, really, until that last lap. How unfortunate. 34th, Garrett Smithley. 35th, Brennan Poole. 36th, J.J. Yeley. 37th, Joey Gase. 38th, Chase Elliott. We talked about him a bit. Was involved in a crash. Keselowski gave him a nice shove. Logano went up and blocked him. Nothing he could have done. If he hit Logano, it could have started something big. He tried to avoid Logano and just kind of wrecked. Yeah. 39th, Austin Dillon was involved with that in that wreck with Chase Elliott. 40th, Matt Kenseth. I think he had like a rear track bar malfunction or something. Something went wrong with that rear track bar. I know that, but oh my gosh, Blaney. Can you just win normally for once? I mean, dude, I was eating dinner and I was stressing out. I was standing up like, oh my gosh. My heart's still pounding from that finish. But yeah, Blaney does it again. If you want to go see my my live reaction, I was at the race in the fall where Blaney won by that much. If you want to go watch that, please go watch that. It's one of my most viewed videos. It's a picture of him at the track. It's called Ryan Blaney beats Ryan Newman by like 7/1000ths of a second. But what a hell of a finish! What a hell of a race! Woo NASCAR! More videos this week. I don't know what about. I haven't decided yet. Maybe about that Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick incident. Maybe about that finish. I'm not sure. But Ryan Blaney. The sun's now coming in at a weird angle. It's making my face all light up. But Ryan Blaney, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Do you know how to make NASCAR fans just go crazy?